So today we're doing a career simulation of New York Islanders captain Anders Lee, who they currently have listed as a want to trade or interested to trade. Let's begin with the first year. So Anders Lee is currently listed at 84 overall, a second line forward in an exact top 6 forward potential at 29 years of age, and has a 7-year contract with $7 million a year in New York Islanders. He currently has 426 games played, 152 goals, 106 assists for 258 points. With last season's totals of 82 games played, 28 goals, 23 assists for 51 points. Now, let's see what he can do in his first year. So after the first year, the New York Islanders placed 6th in the Eastern Conference and 10th in the whole league, with 94 points, 42 wins, 30 losses and 10 OT losses. And then we find Anders Lee. After his first year, he has scored 29 goals, 32 assists for 61 points in 82 games. That's a plus 17. And just before the playoffs, he stays put at 84 overall. And in the playoffs, the Islanders unfortunately ended up losing in 6 games against the eventual Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins, in 6 games. Where Anders Lee put up 3 points in 6 games, which were 2 goals and 1 assist. That's the end of the first year. Now we're moving on to year number 2. If we take a look at the award section, we have the Stanley Cup for the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is how that looks. And no hardware goes home for any Islanders players this season. Now let's go on to next year. So in the second year of Anders Lee's simulation, the New York Islanders ended up finishing 12th in the Eastern Conference, therefore missing the playoffs with 87 points in 82 games, 37 wins, 32 losses, and 13 OT losses. The whole league they finished and they finished 19th in the whole league standings. Now let's look at Anders Lee's season stats. So Anders Lee ended up finishing second in team scoring with 29 goals and 41 assists in 79 games, putting up 70 points, 9 points better than his first year in the simulation. He currently sits at 389 total points, 210 goals and 179 assists in 586 games. He stays put at an 84 overall with a second line role. Let's move on to the third year. And with the 12th overall pick in the draft after the second year, the New York Islanders gets the draft 12th overall, and where they pick up Francesco Pinelli, medium top 6 forward, 72 overall out of the draft, a center. see what happens in the third year. At the beginning of the third year, Anders Lee has gone up to an 85 overall. He's still a second line forward at the role and exact top 6 forward potential. Let's head into the third year of simulation. In the third year, the New York Islanders totally shit the bed and finished 13th in the East and 22nd in the whole league, with only 39 wins, 37 losses and 6 OT losses for 84 points. And Anders Lee once again goes up in points with every year, and now at the age of 31 he has dropped from 85 to 84 during the season, but he scored a total of 43 goals and 30 assists for 73 points in 82 games. Let's see if he brought home any awards. And as to almost be expected from a player playing on a team that didn't do very well during the season, he didn't take home any personal awards either. And before season 4 begins, Anders Lee has decreased to 83 overall and dropped to a third line forward. Let's see what he can do in season number 4. And Islanders have an even worse season in year number 4, finishing 13th in the East and 26th in the league, with 77 points in 82 games, with 34 wins, 39 losses and 9 OT losses. Let's see how Anders Lee did in year number 4. And Anders Lee has dropped again to an 82 overall, and also decreased in points this season compared to last season, scoring 31 goals and 32 assists for 63 points in 82 games. And after that disappointing season for the Islanders, they go ahead and get to draft 3rd overall in the 2023 NHL entry draft. Where they pick up an overall medium elite left wing, two-way forward, Brian Knights. Let's see how the New York Islanders and Anders Lee do in year number 5. And before season 5 begins, Anders Lee, now at 33 years of age, has gone up again to an 84 overall, is back up to the second line forward. He's also gone down to a top 9 forward exact in potential. He still has 3 years on $7 million left in his contract with the New York Islanders. Let's see how he does in season number 5. And at the end of year 5, the New York Islanders do once again even worse, finishing with 72 points in 82 games, 33 wins, 43 losses and 6 OT losses, finishing 15th in the Eastern Conference and 30th in the league. Anders Lee dropped a lot in points this season and seemed to have been injured for a big part of it. He only played 55 games this season, scoring 19 goals and 21 assists. for 40 points in 55 games. He's disputed 84 overall. And once again doesn't take home any awards, and the Islanders once again miss out on the playoffs. Let's see what happens before year number 6. And before year number 6, Anders Lee is an 83 overall, third line role and a bottom 6 forward in potential. 34 years of age, 2 years remaining on his $7 million contract with the New York Islanders. Let's see how he does in year number 6. At the end of year 6, the New York Islanders finished 13th again in the Eastern Conference and 22nd in the league, with 37 wins, 37 losses and 8 OT losses for 82 points in 82 games. Let's see how Anders Lee did in year number 6. Anders Lee now at 34 years of age and has dropped to 81 overall and is a third line checking forward. And in 81 games in year 6 he scored 25 goals and 20 assists for 45 points. And now he has only has 1 year left on his $7 million contract with the New York Islanders. And still no awards for Anders Lee. Let's see what happens before year number 7. And before year number 7, the Islanders draft 6 and 8, drafting a middle top 6 forward, 2 middle top 6 forwards, both are snipers. Let's see what happens with Anders Lee and the New York Islanders in year number 7. So before year 7 starts, Anders Lee, at 35 years of age, is going to begin his last year of his $7 million deal with the Islanders. He's down to an 80 overall and isn't even a NHL role player now, and he has a top 6 AHL forward potential. Let's see what happens in year number 7. And after year number 7, the New York Islanders finished 12th in the Metro and 21st in the league, with 38 wins, 38 losses, 6 OT losses, 82 points in 82 games, just like last year. Let's see how Anders Lee did. So Anders Lee played 45 games in the NHL this season, scoring 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points. And this was his last season on his $7 million contract. And is down to 78 overall and 35 years of age. Let's see if he decides to retire or if he decides to go and hit free agency or resign with the Islanders. And before year number 8, Anders Lee did not decide to retire, and the New York Islanders, with the help of Columbus and their own pick, went from 14 to 1st and 11 to 3rd in the draft lottery. Let's see who they go ahead and pick. Medium career, 83 overall and a medium elite 81 overall, right wing, sniper and two-way forward. Let's see what happens before year number 8. So, in year number 8, Anders Lee has chosen to re-sign with the New York Islanders on a 2-year deal worth $805,000 a season. He's down to 69 overall and a low 6 AHL forward. He's most definitely not playing in the NHL, he's going to play with the AHL's Bridgeport Sound Tigers. Let's see how Anders Lee does in the AHL in season number 8. After year number 8, Anders Lee has put up 20 goals, 17 assists for 37 points in 66 AHL games for Bridgeport Sound Tigers. He's now 46 years old and is stay put at 69 overall. Let's see how the Bridgeport Sound Tigers did during the season. The Bridgeport Sound Tigers finished 9th overall, 9th in the East, and 16th in the league, with 39 wins, 29 losses, and 5 OT losses in 83 games, or 83 points in 73 games. Now, let's see if Anders Lee chooses to retire or play out his second and last year of his current deal. And for year number 9, he keeps going on his last current contract with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, and he's down to 67 overall, 37 years of age. This might be his last year of the career. Let's see what happens in year number 9. And in year 9, Anders Lee puts up 23 goals, 15 assists for 38 points in 72 games for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers in the AHL, who have made it to the playoffs, which will be the second time of the simulation that Anders Lee will have playoff hockey. Let's see how the Bridgeport Sound Tigers do in the AHL playoffs. So, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers made it to the second round where they lost in 7 games against the Providence Bruins. So, still no championships for Anders Lee. And if I'm guessing right, he is probably going to retire now. So, let's see how he did in the points section of the playoffs. So Anders Lee had led the team in points in the playoffs with 8 points, tied with 3 other players. So, and he recorded 5 goals, 3 assists for those 8 points in 12 playoff games. And let's see now if he chooses to retire or if he resigns or hits the free agency market. And as you guys can see, this is the end of Anders Lee's career. He played in 931 NHL games and scored 333 goals, 286 assists for 619 points, all with the New York Islanders. And he also ended his career by playing 2 seasons in the AHL, scoring 20 in 17 and 24 in 16. He has scored 67 overall, and no awards to show for it, no Stanley Cups or anything. And he only played through 2 playoffs, one with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers and one in the first year of simulation with the Islanders. So, that's the end of this video. Please guys, comment down below, remember to comment down below the next player you want me to make a career simulation on. This was really long. It took me about 3 hours to record, and now it's time for some editing, but I would definitely like to do one more if you found it interesting. So comment down below, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification. And I'll see you guys next time.